Hello there everyone and welcome to the May 2019 Stamp, Die and More release full reveal. So first up we have Basic Blooms. This is a 6x8 stamp set. It includes 3 different layered flowers and 2 layered leaves, as well as some sentiments as well. If we turn this over, you can see how these layer up, and they are very, very, very pretty. I do love how these layer up. They give a really great style. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out the 3 flowers, as well as the 2 different leaves that you can stamp in this set. As well as the stamp and die set, we do have the mask stencil that coordinates with these, so you have the full stamping system here. So I've just used this on a quick card and you can see how beautifully these do layer up. Next up we have Delicate Clusters. Again, this is a 6x8 stamp set. This includes 2 large floral clusters with stems, as well as some beautiful sentiments as well. When we turn this over, you can see how they do layer up, so you're going to be able to create these beautiful clustered blooms here. They are like little blossoms on a large stem, and they are very, very pretty. So as well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out the 2 clusters in one complete piece. So this is really easy to do and add to your projects. Here I've just stamped them out 3 times. I have 2 smaller ones and the larger one on this card here. Next up we have Ornate Foliage. Again, this is a 6x8 stamp set, and it includes 2 large floral cluster images, as well as some sentiments as well. So we have the outline, and then we have little images that fit in, kind of like a jigsaw. So this is a great one to pop together. It gives more of a solid abstract look rather than a realistic look when layering this one together, as the images are all solid, so we don't have layers, more as pieces that fit within each other. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out those 2 beautiful floral clusters there, and you can see how I've used them on the card. So I've used these with the die set just to cut them out, and I just love how these look. Next up we have Everlasting Happiness. Again, this is another 6x8 set. It includes 2 large floral frames, so the part floral, part frame, as well as some beautiful sentiments as well. I've used this quite simply on a card just by adding the floral parts to the top and bottom, so I didn't in fact use the frame part on that one. Next up we have Walk in the Woods. Again, this is a 6x8 set. We have a large background image on here, which is kind of like a wood grain, as well as some beautiful, beautiful sentiments that you can add to lots of your cards for lots of different occasions. So I've just added it here at the bottom of this card in a beautiful teal colour, so you don't need to use it for the whole background if you don't want to. Next up we have Dare to Dream. This is a 4x6 stamp set. It includes 6 tile style images, as well as some beautiful sentiments. So you can use these to create your own backgrounds or focal points. I've used these in many different ways, and you can layer these up to create different kind of tiled images. Next up we have Fancy Greetings. As with the name suggests, we have lots of fancy greetings in this 4x6 set. They are very, very pretty. I love the mixed font on these, and there are for all different occasions, so you can add these on many different cards for many different people and create many different looks as well. Next up is Ombre Alpha. This is a 4x6 set, and in this it includes the full alphabet in a large type font, as well as an exclamation mark, a question mark, and a $sign. So you can see on the back how it's going to give you such a really cool ombre image. You can stamp these in many different colours or in black to give you a bold look and create your own custom sentiments with these. Next up we have The Best Thing. This is a sweet little 2x3 stamp set. It includes 1 large sentiment and 2 smaller ones that you can add to it if you would like. I've just used it simply on this card, and I've just used the larger one here, so you can use that on its own if you want to. Next up we have Fine Bouquet Die. This is a large die which includes a large floral image, as well as little leaves and berries that come off it. It's very, very pretty, and this does coordinate with the book club stamp set, so if you're liking the look of those, this is the one that you need to go for. So you can see here I've just done a little bit of inlay die cutting with some gold as the outline. Next up, we have Dotted Swirls Debossing Cover Die. So this is a large die. So this is 4.25 by 5.5. It doesn't actually cut the outside edge, but instead adds little piercing dots to add a really subtle effect to the background that you're going to use it on. So you could add this on to half of the background if you didn't want a full one, and it's not going to cut the edges. So this is a great one to use. Next up, we have Obsidian Pigment Ink. This is our black pigment ink, and this is such an awesome ink. This is my favorite ink by far. This is great for watercoloring and great for details and also solid stamps. So I wanted to show you how these worked. So it does add a really thick layer onto the top of your stamps. This is with a solid image. You can stamp this one on top of the other if you really want a really dark bold black, and this works great for sentiments as well. I do find that this is the one that I am going to be using for my sentiments mostly, so this is never going to leave my craft desk. It's always going to be there just so I can grab it and use it all of the time. Next up, we have two more pigment inks. These are our golds. So we have Enchanted Gold and Antique Gold as well. So they're both different shades, and they are both pigment inks as well. So these are really thick when you do add them to your stamps. I'm going to show you how these do work. They do work on both black and white and do give various looks on each. So as you can see, it kind of covers the whole of the stamp, and it leaves a nice thick layer of that pigment ink on there. So this is onto some jet black cardstock, and you can see just how well that looks on there. I do love the golds. They are some of my favorite inks. Again, I do think I'm going to be grabbing these quite often, and as you can see, it is different on both the black and the white cardstock. Next up, I am going to use the Antique Gold, and this is more of a silver gold. So I would say the Enchanted Gold is more of a yellow gold, while this one has more of a cool tone. So we have a warm gold and a cool gold here. So as you can see, they do look quite different on both of the different color cardstocks, and both the inks are really quite different too. So if you're after more of a warm gold, maybe go for the Enchanted Gold, and if you're after more of a cool gold, I would go for the beautiful Antique Gold there. So these are how they look on the black and the white for the Enchanted Gold, and then if I move that one down, and then I can grab the Antique Gold, and you can see how well these do stamp on here. There we go, and you can see how pretty they are too. As well as the new inks, we do have something very new to add to our collections, and these are enamel pins. So we have some beautiful ones here. This one is Crafty Friends. This one includes two, so maybe you want to give one to your friend. And then we have the beautiful Altenew Fan Club little pin here. And then we have the Geometric Bear. These all do have one little pin on the back so you can attach them to anything. So Sweet Bow, as well as the really pretty Peaceful Crane. And then we have this one, which is Birds of a Feather. I love this one. This one's silver with the outline. And we have some gold ones and silver ones. This one's Stay Awesome. And we have the little sweet one. This one has a gold outline with the black enamel for the sweet. Then we have Handmade. So some of these do coordinate with our stamp sets and some of them not so much. And then we also have the Fox as well. So that is our full release for May. We really do hope that you've seen something that really inspires you and makes you want to create some beautiful, beautiful things. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye.